Hare Krishna. So, first of all, my humble obeisances to all my dear God sisters and God brothers who have assembled here today. Thank you so much for inviting me to your JSS program. It's such a privilege to get this opportunity to glorify our beloved Father. So please accept my humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhayascha kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate giram yat kripatamaham bande Shri Guru Dinataram Paramananda Madhavam Krishna Chaitanyeshwaram. Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Krupa Padayine Gaurakatha Dhamadaya Nagara Grama Tarine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami iti namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Om Agyanati Mirandhasya Gnanam Janashalakaya Chakshurunmaladam Nena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, I will start with a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, verse number 20. And then we will go on with our today's topic. Prasangam ajaram pasham atmana kavayo vidho Saeva sadhu sokrito moksha dwaram apavritam. Every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul, but that same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotee, opens the door of liberation. So I took up this verse because I thought there was one point which is so beautiful here. It says that though we all understand that attachment, it has two aspects to it. It's attachment means entanglement for spirit soul. We are always talking about how to give up attachment. And here they say, but you actually, if you're using that attachment in the right direction, then that is opening the door to liberation. And Srila Prabhupada says in the purport that we should transfer that attachment to a sadhu. So attachment by itself leads to entanglement. If attached to material person, it opens the door of hell. But attachment to a spiritual person opens the door of liberation. And Prabhupada says we should have attachment towards sadhu, because sadhu engages us in the unflinching devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So I thought it was a good verse to start with, because this JSS meetings is the goal is to increase our appreciation and attachment to our Guru Maharaj, which in turn will increase our attachment to Krishna. So when we are attached to sadhu, we get attached to Krishna, because sadhu is attached to Krishna, and then we get attached to Krishna. I remember when we were very young, my younger sister, when my mother used to feed her, nowadays of course they feed their children by showing them smartphone, but then she used to take her to the gallery and show some crow, some pigeon flying, and then try to feed her. But when she was very young, even when my mother used to show the crow or pigeon, she used to simply look at my mother, seeing how come my mother is making such animated actions, on the face, because she was just normal 10 minutes back, and now how come, crow, 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 look at crow, she starts, And then after over a period of time, when she grew a little elder, then she started looking at, oh, that's the crow. So the same thing happens in a devotee's life. We get attached to Guru, but Guru is showing us towards Krishna, and then after some time, we start understanding where he is pointing us to. So I was just trying to contemplate on this word attachment, and actually what kind of attachment that should be, and what is the definition, because when we talk about attachment, superficially our mind thinks about keeping Guru's picture, remembering Guru, having liking him so much, serving him. So what exactly is having attachment towards Guru? Basically, if you want to summarize it in one word, attachment actually means following the instruction of Guru. Because Guru is attached to Krishna, and Guru wants to take us back to Krishna. And when we are attached to Guru, then we are reminded of what he wants us to do. He wants us to be attached to Krishna. But if we are not able to achieve that, then there is no point of it. So if somebody is having picture of Guru at their house, so the whole point is, while seeing that picture, one is reminded that I have to remember Krishna. But even after seeing the picture, one is not remembering Krishna, then it doesn't achieve the goal. So for example, if somebody goes to a doctor and I have a fever, so the doctor says, okay, so you take one paracetamol in the morning and one paracetamol in the afternoon and one in the evening, and your fever should subside. And if the patient tells the doctor, that's all right, whenever I have time, I'll try to take the medicine whenever I'm free, but I just want to let you know, doctor, that I really love you. The doctor will say, that's all right, you love me, but you'll have to take this paracetamol because I'm helping you to cure your fever. And you may just say, yeah, that's all right, I'll take, as and when time permits, I will take, but I just want to let you know, doctor, that on whatever the paracetamol tablets you gave me, I have your picture, and in my house I have your picture everywhere, and I have your picture on my t-shirt, and I have your picture on my on my laptop as a screensaver, and I have your picture everywhere. And I'm sure if I keep looking at your picture, my fever will go away. But that will not happen. The doctor will say, no, by looking at my picture, the fever won't go away. You'll have to actually take the paracetamol which I have prescribed. So same thing is mokshadwaram apavritam. Okay, attachment to a self-realized soul, but attachment in the form of following his instruction is the actual attachment. When we try to follow the instructions given by Guru, that's real attachment, because that will cure us from the disease which the Guru is helping us, because Guru is like a spiritual doctor. In this regard, His Holiness Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj has given a very nice analysis. He said there are three kinds of disciples. He says one is a Guru Tyagi, one is a Guru Bhogi, and one is a Guru Sevi. He said Guru Tyagi is one who is for the heck of it, like for the namesake he has Guru, but he's not following any instructions properly, and is simply using Guru's name as a brand name to tell people, well, actually I've taken initiation from so-and-so Guru, but internally not following any rules and regulation, or not having any sincere desire to progress in Krishna consciousness. And then when the Guru leaves his body, then he also leaves his Krishna conscious journey and back to his life. So there are Guru Tyagi. And then there's some people who are Guru Sevi. They are trying to follow the instructions of Guru with their body, mind, heart and soul. And for them, following the instruction of Guru is their life and soul. That's the only goal in life. And then there are some people who are called Guru Bhogi. So basically they just want to enjoy the company of Guru. Maybe just stand next to him and click some pictures and then show others, or maybe have his photo on the t-shirt or on the cap, on the Japamala bag, or at the end of our name, just add JPS, and then let the whole world know I've taken initiation from so-and-so Guru. And our Facebook account also has, our name and then JPS. And then when people scroll through the contents of our Facebook, they see all kinds of nonsense things. But we have our Guru's name there that, I belong to. So these kind of people are Guru Bhogi. For them, they just want to enjoy the brand name of the Guru, that I belong to so-and-so Guru. So not Guru Bhogi and not Guru Tyagi. One has to try to come to the platform of Guru Sevi, where one wants to serve Guru. Actually, one has to be so careful while we attach that JPS tag to our name, because whatever we do, say, behave, will reflect, will be showing our Guru Maharaj in either good light or poor light. Just like when they taste the fruit of a tree, then they say, oh, this tree is nice and giving good fruits. So when they see our behavior, then they judge the Guru according to that. So just like doctors also, when they give medicine and the patient is taking it and the patient gets cured, then he tells another 10 patients, yeah, I got cured, and the doctor, then they'll be having belief, yeah, the doctor's medicine is working. We have seen hundreds of patients getting cured. So in our lives also, the day our family members who are very living close to us and who are seeing us day in and day out, and who know our anarthas from the very first day we are born, and they know what are our weaknesses, and the day they start appreciating that, wow, and I do see some change in you, and yeah, so who's your guru? I want to know how could he change you? You're not like what you were before, and I see so many improvements. At that day we can feel happy, okay, we have done something good for our guru, because otherwise if there is no change, instead people will criticize the guru. He is the same thing, only the name is changed. Now the dasa and dasi is added to the name, but we don't see any change in that person. It's same anger and same material desires. So we neither want to be guru bhogi, and we don't want to be guru tyagi, but we want to be guru sevi. In fact, once in the Guru Maharaj's, one of Guru Maharaj's assistants, he was sharing that how in the 1997, when Guru Maharaj had this office in Chakra Bhavan in Mayapur, where he used to actually go. Now it's a different situation, but where he used to actually go and sit. Whenever he was in Mayapur, he used to sit there in room number 106, and his secretaries, they used to sit in room number 105. And once Guru Maharaj came out from his office, and right in front there is a big notice board, and he called his assistant and he said, can you put a big poster here, and in big words you write down, if you want an advice on how to earn wealth, if you want an advice on children education, if you want an advice on how to enjoy your senses to the fullest extent, if you want an advice on how to have a good marriage life, how to become a rich man, kindly contact Jayapataka Swami. And then he said, below that, in a small script you write down, and if you are interested in spiritual life, then also you can contact Jayapataka Swami. And his assistant was just staring at Guru Maharaj, and then Guru Maharaj was like, what should I do? But this is what they want from me. All the time they're asking me these questions only. What to do about our children education, what to do, my husband is saying this, my wife is saying this, how to earn more money. So I don't see anybody interested in asking me how to go from Shraddha to Prema, how should I become a better devotee. So you better put this poster. And then Guru Maharaj was saying that, am I a material guru or am I a spiritual guru? Nobody's asking me the right questions, So following Guru's instruction and asking the right things. Actually, we don't even know what is meaning of being attached to Guru, and what is the meaning of pleasing Guru, how to please Guru, what to do that will make him happy. So one should be sincere in following Guru's instruction. The other day I was hearing one very nice class by Srila Prabhupada, and one very interesting point came up, that how one disciple's attitude should be. He shouldn't be thinking that his goal in life should be that I don't want to impress anybody, I don't want to achieve anything, I don't want to do anything. The only goal in my life is I want to please my Guru. And one who has that goal will be successful. I just want to please my Guru. Because there may be so many goals we may have. I should become a good Vaishnava, I should do my sadhana nicely, I should chant properly, I should be a good mother, good sister, so many things. But that makes it very confusing. We should have just one goal. I want to please my Guru, and that's it. And that will make our spiritual life so simple. And Prabhupada was giving this example that just like horse, the way the horse is tied by the noose, and sometimes they even put those cover to the horse eye so that it has a limited field of view and doesn't get distracted, so he can just go right. Similarly, a disciple, he should be bound by the noose of the instructions of his guru, and he should have no other distraction except only one goal, that is to please guru and fulfill his instructions. So I thought that was very interesting, that being attached to Guru means following Guru's instruction, not to be Guru Bhogi or Guru Tyagi, trying to be Guru Sevi, asking the right things, knowing what pleases Guru. And many times Guru Maharaj tells in his classes also. It was many years ago, but very old class, Guru Maharaj was saying that I want that my disciples should have such beautiful Vaishnava etiquette that if anybody wants to know about how to serve Vaishnava, they should say, go and ask a Jayapataka Swami Maharaj disciple. He can tell, that expert, my disciple should be in Vaishnava etiquette and in serving Vaishnava. And many years ago, there was this one point he was making. He said, MIHE is good, Mayapur Institute of Higher Education, VIHE, Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education. He said, higher education is good, but what about lower education? What about primary education? Devotees should concentrate on primary education also. That means Vaishnava etiquette. That means simple little things like not to speak lie, how to be clean, how to have proper values, and how to have cordial relationships among devotees. So he was stressing so much on these aspects, because he said these are like the foundation of spiritual life, and unless and until the foundation is strong, the building may any time collapse. Because when we are not even following the basic rules in Krishna consciousness, and then we speak about Goloka Vrindavan and Bhava and Prema, then it doesn't work. So he was saying we should concentrate on basic education, just normal people, being kind to others, rendering service to other Vaishnavas, being empathic. So like that, having empathy for others. So he was making such wonderful points. So we call ourselves Vaishnavas, but actually, if we read Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given what is actually being a Vaishnava. Just like you call something sweet rice when it has some sweet and some rice and some milk, it's called sweet rice. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says if Vaishnava means he should have these qualities. Otherwise, there's no point. Vaishnava means he should have these minimum 26 qualities, then you can call him Vaishnava. So here I have a list with me here of the 26 qualities of Vaishnav, and today we'll try to try to see how these qualities are present in Guru Maharaj, but more than that, also how can we get these qualities? That's very important. Guru Maharaj has these qualities, we all know, but how should we get these qualities? Of course, once we accept Guru and then we follow his instruction, the treatment has started, but the acceptance of Guru should be non-duplicit and without any hypocrisy. Otherwise, the doctor's treatment will go in vain. If we are trying to hide our real self from Guru also, then he cannot work on us. If I have a boil on this shoulder, and if I think, what will the doctor think if I show him this, and I try to show this shoulder, just to impress him, then the boil will never get cured. So if we want these Vaishnava qualities, we really need to have a non-duplicit behavior. Then Guru can start working. Guru can start working on this, and one day we'll also have, same qualities like Guru Maharaj has, and then proudly we can present ourselves to people, and when people look at us, they'll say, yes, like father, like son, like father, like daughter. Yeah, the same qualities like that of their Guru they are reflecting. So to have these qualities, we have to sincerely work on it. They don't come naturally. We have to seriously understand what are these qualities, and we have to start having a self-introspection and work on them, on achieving them. That's the whole goal. The fact that we have taken a shelter of Guru is we want Guru to help us to achieve these Vaishnav qualities so that we'll become good Vaishnavas and get Krishna's attention and go back home, back to Godhead. But instead we are so busy asking Guru to help us with our material problems, and we ask Guru for mercy, but what is mercy also we are not yet sure. Sometimes we are confused. We think mercy means if I get Guru Maharaj's Mahaprasad, I get Guru Maharaj's Mahagarland, so that's mercy. In fact, once one Mataji, she had a little fight with Guru Maharaj. She was complaining, you never give me Mahagarland, and you give Mahagarland to this Mataji and this person, and I never got Mahagarland, and I never got that mercy, and Guru Maharaj is supposed to be sama, equal to everybody. And then Guru Maharaj was saying, my giving garland is not the real mercy. The real mercy is if you are progressing in your Krishna consciousness, that's the real blessing of a Guru. So I was just trying to compare with, if a doctor goes to some patient and gives a get well soon card or a rose, that's not going to help the patient to recover. The medicine will be actually the one which will be helping the patient to recover. But by the way, the doctor, it's like goodwill. But the other patient on the other bed should not start complaining, that patient got a get well soon card and that patient got a rose. The important thing is whether the doctor has prescribed you medicine or not. So sometimes the Guru Maharaj has to show certain affection to certain people according to their needs and situation. But the more the mature we become, the more we understand what is actual mercy and what are we actually supposed to ask from Guru. I was reflecting on this bhajan by Bhakti Vinod Thakur, where he says, what should you ask from Guru? So Gurudev kripa bindu diya karo e dase nija mana spriha hina. Gurudev, you are the ocean of mercy and I want something from you. And what is that? Is I want to become spriha hina. I don't want any desire. I should become desireless. And Sakal, I should give me all the strength so that I can bear all the tribulations in life. And then in the next para, saying Sakale Sammana. Please give me the strength to respect everybody. I want to respect everybody. Sakale Sammane karite shakati. Deho natha jatha jatha. Tabe to gaibo hari nama sukhe. I said, unless and until I respect everybody, how will I be able to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in the Shikshashtakam, Trinadapi Sunichana Taro Rivasahi Sunamani Namanadena Kirtanyas. Kirtanya Sadahari is possible only when somebody is Trinadapi Sunichana. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur here, he is teaching us, what are we supposed to ask Guru? We're supposed to ask Guru, okay, give me tolerance, give me patience, give me... and there's another bhajan where Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, what we are supposed to ask a Vaishnava. And he says, O he Vaishnava Thakura, Dayala Sagara, Ye Dase Karunakari. So, O Vaishnava Thakura, Dayala Sagara, same thing here, that you are the ocean of mercy, E Dasa. Karunakari, can you give me some drop of mercy? So what kind of mercy? And in the next para he says, Chaya bega domi, chaya dosha shodhi, chaya guna deho dase, chaya sata sanga deho he amar. He's asking for things like chaya vega domi, vega or vega. Vega is urges. So he says, Chaya vega domi. Oh, Gurudev, oh, Vaishnav Thakur, I need your help. Okay, what help you want? Oh, can you just help me to control my 6 urges? What Rupa Goswami says in the Upadeshamrita. Actually, this Upadeshamrita is like our 11 commandments. Like the Christians have their 10 commandments, we have our 11 commandments. So here he says, Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jivva Vegam, all the 6 Vegas, the urges. So a disciple is supposed to ask Guru, please help me to control my mind, control my anger, control my tongue, my genitals, my stomach, and my propensity to eat, and or talk, my tongue, or my mind, or whatever. So please help me to curb my 6 urges. Please help me to remove my 6 defects. Atyahara, prayasascha, prajalpa, niyamagraha, janasangasya, laulyamcha, greed for material acquisitions. And please help me, Gurudev, to remove this tendency of talking mundane things and endeavoring, prayasa, and atyahara, eating too much, janasanga, associate with worldly minded people, having greed for worldly minded things, niyamagraha, neglecting the spiritual instructions or following them simply externally. So this is what a disciple asks Guru: remove my 6 urges, remove my 6, control my 6 urges, remove my 6 defects. And then what else is this? And allow and help me to get 6 good qualities. Chaya bega domi, chaya dosha shodhi, chaya guna. I want the 6 guna. What are those 6 gunas? So I want to have utsaha, nischaya, dhairya, patience and confidence and enthusiasm, and tattat karma pravartata, following with all in Navavida bhakti, sangatyaga, not associating with non-devotees, sattavritti, associating with the good people. And then Chaya Satsanga. I want 6 types of Satsangas. Oh Guru Maharaj, please be merciful on me. What is the 6 types? Dadati Pratignati. Exchanging of gifts, taking and giving gifts, giving prashadam, taking prashadam, revealing one's mind, asking right questions. Oh Gurudev, please help me with all these things. So that's the job of Guru. Guru is not here to make our material life comfortable, but just to give us tips and guidance and reminders of Krishna. I remember last time when Guru Maharaj had come to Vizag, we all were wearing badges, on our shoulders. It said, remind me if I'm not reminding you of Krishna. Because sometime back, some HDFC bank manager had come to my school and he wanted to organize an event, and he was wearing a badge saying, remind me if I'm not smiling. And then a thought came in my mind that as devotees, we are not here to make people smile, but we want to make people remember Krishna. So then we put this badge, remind me if I'm not reminding you of Krishna. And Guru Maharaj was very appreciative of that badge. Of course, he doesn't need to put that badge the moment we see him. We are reminded of Krishna. So that's the whole point. Guru means, why do we have Guru's photo in our house? Why do we have Guru on our t-shirts and mala bags and japa bags and screensavers? Is that every time that we see him, we remember his desire to make us devotee. But it's not for our material blessings. Oh, I just pray to Guru Maharaj and go, my life, everything should be fine and I should be protected, my family should be fine and he'll bless and everything will be fine. Then that's not making, that's not helping, because the whole point is spiritual people are here to help Krishna reclaim us. Krishna wants to take us back home and they are aiding Krishna. And if we are if we are progressing, then that makes them happy, because that's their job. They are not happy to see us materially satisfied and well settled. They want us to, see us endeavoring, to go back home, back to God. And they are here to help in that matters, to give us tips and, so that we go in the right direction. So being attached to Guru means being attached to his instructions. One of my favorite story in this regard is of Ananta Alvar. I must have told this story 100 times of how there was this one disciple of Ramanujacharya in Tirupati. And in those days in Tirupati, there was complete forest. And he was trying to grow some flowers on the top of a hill. And sometimes the wild animals used to come. But he did all the austerities just to please his guru. So he used to pluck those flowers, maintain the garden nicely, and then make the flowers into a nice garland. And then he used to offer it every day to Balaji deities. And that was his service given by his guru. And he was so dear to Lord. So one day Lord tells another pujari, says, can you go and call Ananta? I want to talk to him. So the pujari goes and calls Ananta Alvar that, Lord is calling you. So he just tells, can you ask the Lord, I'll come after some time, I'm a little busy. So the pujari goes and tells the Lord, well, actually he's little busy, he'll come after some time. The Lord says, this is too much, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I call him and he tells me he's busy, people come to see me. And then after some time he does come, he finishes his service and then he comes and says, yes, you called me, I'm here. And the Lord just puts the curtain, and says, just go from here. I don't want to see your face. Such audacity, such arrogance. I called you and you asked me to wait. I wanted to see you. And then Anant Alwar, he opens the curtain and he comes inside, steps inside the altar and says, okay, come on, cool down. I have a reason. I can explain. So what's your reason? So, my Guru has given me one instruction. He said, when the Lord wears the garland, it should be fresh garland. So that is why when the flowers are in the bud form, I make a nice garland and I put it on you so that they bloom when you are wearing them, not beforehand. Otherwise they will lose the fragrance. This is the instruction given by my Guru, and I have to follow my Guru's instruction. So even if you call me, I cannot leave my Guru's instruction and come. That is why I was delayed. So the Lord gets very upset. Oh, really? So, is that important? The garland is for me, is it not? My wish, how I wear it, How can you delay it? No, I don't want to see your face anymore. You just leave. Neither I want your garland, neither I want your service. And then Anant Alwar tells Lord Balaji, look, you haven't invited me here to come and serve you. It was my Guru who asked me to come and serve you. So if you at all, you don't want me anymore, you have to speak to my Guru. He has to remove me. I can't take instructions from you. It has to come via my Guru. And then the Lord says, okay, fine, great, don't make it an issue now, why are you getting your Guru in between this, it's okay, okay, where is your garland, give it, I'll wear it, And then inside the Lord is very pleased, seeing his Guru bhakti and sincerity towards Guru's instruction. I thought that was so beautiful. If every disciple takes every single instruction of his Guru as his life and soul, so quickly one can progress in Krishna consciousness. So Chaya Vega Tomi, Chaya Dosha Shodhi, one has to ask the right things from Guru. One has to have lot of introspection. What am I asking? What am I doing? What is my expectation from the Guru? What's my goal? What do I actually want to achieve in life? And in that direction, how should I take help of Guru Maharaj? If we are not sure what's our goal of life, and we're always tumbling up and down, and sometimes we want to become pure devotee, but sometimes we want to be an ideal house, have an ideal household, materially affluent, and we are always, and sometimes, you're always confused between, 2-3 things happening in our life all the time. And if they're not sure about our goal, then we can't achieve it. So, how do we please? Actually, the whole point is we got Guru very easily. So, that may be one reason why we are not able to take, we're not taking Krishna consciousness so seriously, because when I was just reading Narottam Das Thakur's life and all, I was just thinking, even for that matter, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, with so much hard work they got initiation, my God, asking 100 times to Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, and he says, I can't, and I have to ask Krishna, and then he comes back again, and with lot of difficulty he manages to get initiation. And same with Narottam Das Thakur, Loknath Goswami is like, I don't want to give initiation, I don't want to accept disciples. And then for almost a year he cleans the place where he passes stool and urine, the place where he attends to nature's call. Very secretly he goes and he cleans that place, and every time Lokanath Goswami is like, who did this, and after 1 year of service, finally he catches him one day, oh, it's you who is doing it, just selflessly serving Guru and trying to get his mercy and attention. And that's how they got initiation. But for us, initiation is such a simple process. Just complete disciple course and answer 10 questions, write one essay, and we're almost done. A few questions here and there, and we are done. We get initiation. And not only that, we very well know that more than we being interested it's Guru Maharaj's interest to get us initiated or give us initiation, because he is the one who is worried for us what to do, how to take this person back to Godhead. So we know he's more worried and he's more concerned that we take initiation than we are being concerned. It's such a paradox. I mean, those acharyas, they had such difficulty in getting initiation, and for us, our Guru is more interested. I want to give you initiation. Come on, come up to the standard. I mean, that's the Kali Yuga Prabhava. We see that we are not so keen about it, and our situation is like that of, I remember my elder son, whenever when he was young, of course, now he's elder, feed him khichdi or dal or rice. He knows it's my interest to feed him. So he will do all kinds of tantrums. Actually, the dal is very spicy, or he'll say sometimes, no, it's too bland. The fan is not working. I'm feeling sweating. I don't want to eat now. Or something, I have to make all the situations correct just to make sure that dal rice goes inside. And same thing, I give him a pizza or pasta. I don't have to do anything. He'll eat it nicely, very happily. Even if I tell him, Baba, it's a little spicy, he'll say, it's okay, Mama, it's very nice, no problem. Even if the fan is not on or whatever situation, because it is his interest. But dal, rice or khichdi, he knows it's my interest. So all tantrums will come. Same thing with our lives also with Guru Maharaj. We know it is his interest. He is more interested to take us back to Krishna than we are. So all tantrums will say, actually, I'm not able to do Guru Maharaj because I'm doing 10 to 5 job. Actually, Guru Maharaj will say, it's okay, you can do with clicker. Okay, then I'll do. Actually, I can't chant in Brahma Muhurta. Okay, you chant up to night, no problem. Actually, Guru Maharaj, this is the problem. Now, actually, my daughter is not yet married, and Guru Maharaj will say, no, everything will be fine. So we know it is his interest. So we have 100 reasons, to tell why can't we do. I can't preach because this is happening, that is happening, and he has to have all the patience to hear us, and because it's his interest. Once I just can't understand how much somebody can be, merciful. It is something like those, like those GPS, maps when you are on a drive and you're using those maps, and sometimes you take a wrong exit, a right or a left, and the GPS map is still helping you. It'll say rerouting, it'll reroute, and again it'll take a right, now take a left, and then we again make a mistake, and it again says rerouting and finding the best best way to take. Same thing Guru Maharaj does, every time he helps us and gives us options, and and then we again make some mistake, and we still don't want to follow sincerely, and Guru Maharaj is like, okay, rerouting, no problem. If you're not able to do like this, then you can do this, or you're not able to do that also, then okay, fine, you do this. And he's coming with all the options to make sure that somehow we are on this road back home, back to Godhead. Actually, he's in a hurry. He wants to somehow, very quickly take all the jivas back home, back to Godhead. I don't know if if you have heard this. When Guru Maharaj was young, in his school time, they used to be given these coupons. And with those coupons, they could go to a departmental store, and then they'll be given time within a minute or something. Whatever they can grab and put it in the basket, it's there to take. And Guru Maharaj said that when I was young, I was so agile. I was just run and try to grab the maximum things possible and put it in my basket. So, and same thing he's continuing now also. He wants to grab maximum jivas and put them in the basket and, take them back home, back to Godhead. One of the Guru Maharaj secretary was sharing the database. He was saying how Guru Maharaj started initiating in the 78th. So from 1978 to 88. He gave 1,500 initiation, maybe some 1,581 people or something. And then from 89 to 99, he initiated, 5,000 something, or no, 3,300 to be exact, 3,300. So double, 1,500, in another 10 years, a decade, 3,300. And then from 2000, 1999 to 2008, before stroke, he gave initiation to around 10,000 people. And after stroke, 2008 to 2019, he gave initiation to 28,000 people. So he was just calculating the statistics that how fast he is going. in 30 years, 34%, and in another 10 years, 64% initiation. So that means he's running in high speed, in trying to take people, with him back home, back to Godhead. And if we are good disciples, then we are making his work easy. Otherwise, we are like those kids, sometimes children, they want to buy something at the departmental store, they're attracted. I don't know about the West, but in India, you will always see those scenes in the departmental store. The children want to buy something and the parents are, no, come on, let's go home. And the child is, I will not come till you buy me this. And the father or the mother is like dragging the child. Come on, we have to, let's sit in the car. This is a scene in departmental stores on regular basis. So I feel so much, something related to us, we are also like that, I want this and I want this in the material world, and we are making Guru Maharaj's job difficult. He's like the father who's dragging, okay, come on, it's enough, we are going home back to Krishna, and we are like, no, I want this, but I still want this, and but as a disciple, we can make his job easy if we can stop doing that, and instead of trying to drag us, if we can walk with him, if not run, at least if we can walk with him, and that will make his job much easier. So now I was just thinking that there's so many nice kathas, and how Guru Maharaj's mercy, and Guru Maharaj, how he, so many miracles and so many funny pastimes, but sometimes I feel it's more when we all get together, God brothers and God sisters, it should not always be about katha. It should also sometimes be of some kind of a serious contemplation. What can we do, and how can we help each other, and how can we make his job easy? And the JSS Sanghas, of course, are should have some nectarian pastime time, but at the same time it should also have some time serious contemplation meetings on what can we do worldwide, and how can we all get together and try to help Guru Maharaj and assist Guru Maharaj. And he's a doctor, and even if we can't become doctor like him, at least if we can become nurse or compounder and help him to connect to more people, and in the process we also not lose our connection, keep it strong, and our life should not be like a, during the lockdown, my son was asking me one riddle. He was saying, Mama, let me know the name of this one person who shaves every day but he still has a big beard. And I thought, how can that be possible? Somebody shaves every day, how can he still have a big beard? And then he said, it's a barber. And when he said that, I was thinking, oh my God, is not our lives like a barber? Barber, he shaves others, but if he doesn't shave himself, he'll have a big beard. So we ask others, chant Hare Krishna, follow the regulations, or do this or do that, but if we don't follow it properly ourselves, we'll have a big beard. We need to shave our anarthas, otherwise our anarthas will grow, big beard and big mustache. So we have to connect people to him, and we also have to be strongly connected to him in every way, so that we don't become like a barber, just growing our anarthas, but trying and helping others to connect to him, and that's what will please him, and develop good Vaishnava behavior and Vaishnava etiquette, nice Vaishnava qualities, and try to become like him, so that if he hears our name, there should be a smile on his face, and his eyes should, it should glitter with pride. Oh yeah, this my disciple, so and so, and not that we bring him a bad name, or rather, we should not present ourselves as lethargic. We should create a brand. Oh, it's like if somebody is a JPS disciple, means definitely they'll have the best of Vaishnava etiquette and the best of qualities, and this is how they behave and this is how they talk, and try to bring it on that level, and that will please him, please Guru Parampara. Otherwise there'll be no point of adding JPS surnames to our our name. Okay, so it's already 4 o'clock. Okay, so I just completed the introduction of the topic. Actually, I was supposed to speak on 26 qualities and how they are there in Guru Maharaj. So we are just done with the introduction. And I don't know if we could do that today, because it's already 45 minutes, I think. So I can end it here, and I can take some questions, or I can go on for another 15-20 minutes and try to complete those qualities very briefly, since that was what the Mataji had asked me to speak on, but somehow we got into some other topics. So it's up to you, the organizers. Shall I stop it here and then take some questions? Okay, fine, great. So we were discussing that how that's his whole intention, Guru Maharaj's intention. Okay, so here I have a list of all the 26 qualities which are mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamritaam by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatana Goswami, and I'm going to quickly go through all those qualities, and we'll see how Guru Maharaj has those qualities in him, and that will inspire us to also develop those qualities in us. So the first quality, as I said, is Kripalu, merciful. So one of the quality of a Vaishnava is Kripalu, merciful. Now I don't know if I have to explain this, because oh my God, we can see Guru Maharaj come, the ocean of mercy, and in fact I was just reading his whole one-day schedule, what he does one day from morning to evening. And I think that's much more than what a normal devotee may be doing in whole month. Whatever seva we are doing in whole month is simply doing it in one single day. And of course, it has been like this always. It's not that, post stroke he has become all the more available and accessible. But even in those days, so much of traveling and still trying to reach out to each and everybody. So yes, Guru Maharaj is Kripalu, he is merciful. He is trying to, even in spite of all our faults, he is trying to connect us to Krishna. Next is Akrita Droha, non-defiant. Vaishnava is non-defiant. We see that quality in Guru Maharaj. I don't think anybody in this world can claim that they've ever heard Guru Maharaj criticizing anybody, or saying something wrong about anybody, not only about his god brothers or his disciples or non-devotees or anybody. It's always very positive and trying to connect people. In fact, Sachinandan Swami Maharaj was once making this statement that I have never heard Jayapataka Swami criticizing anybody. So we see that quality in Guru Maharaj, never criticizing anybody, always very positive about everybody. Satyasar is truly true. I mean, Satyasar is when somebody speaks only Satya, only truth. And what is actually truth? When you speak about absolute truth, it is truth. Rest, whatever we speak is nonsense. And we see with Guru Maharaj, he's always thinking about Krishna, talking about Krishna, remembering Krishna, connecting people to Krishna. Even small little things, one of his secretary was saying that one day, somebody offered a corn to Guru Maharaj, a simple sweet corn. And he was asking everybody, what is this? What is this? What is this? And everybody said, yeah, it's sweet corn, sweet corn. And then Guru Maharaj said, no, see, Gauranga. The color of the sweet corn is like Gauranga. He remembers Krishna in everything that he sees, Even one day he was in a car somewhere in Middle East, and there was a car ahead of them, and he's looking at the car and shouting Gauranga and getting super excited and very happy, and all his secretaries are all trying to look through the mirror. What is there in that car which is making Guru Maharaj so happy? And he's saying Gauranga, Gauranga. And after some time they figured out it was a Toyota car, and the Toyota car symbol, it shows a person standing like, it's not a person actually, the symbol is like this. This is a Gauranga, that's Gauranga. And another devotee from South India was sharing that he went and asked Guru Maharaj, you like to take some rasam? In South India, rasam is one kind of some pungent liquid. So instead of, the moment the devotee said rasam, Guru Maharaj saying, oh, rasamalayam, oh, ras. And then he started chanting on his, bead and saying, rasa, rasa, rasa. I mean, so much rasa, so much nectar is there in the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamudra. He is not talking about that rasam, which you eat with rice. He's talking about this rasa. So that is Guru Maharaj. He's always talking about Krishna, connecting people to Krishna, thinking about Krishna, strategizing ideas. What should I do to somehow get these people attracted to Krishna? Sama is equal to everybody. It's not that only his disciples. In fact, in Guru Maharaj's office, JPS office itself, there are so many people who have been taken initiation from other gurus, and they're all working for Guru Maharaj, and he loves everybody equally. In fact, I was many times I've told this, how there was this one Sanskrit scholar who wrote nice verses in Sanskrit glorifying Guru Maharaj, and in one verse he said that Guru Maharaj is so kind, he's ready to take the sins of his disciple, and Guru Maharaj immediately stopped him and said, no, you're wrong, not sins of my disciple, sins of everybody in this world. Kindly correct that sentence. So he is like that, equal to everybody. Nidosha, faultless. Oh, he's faultless. I mean, he's the suffering that he's going through today is just because of all of us. If some of us are not following properly the 4 rules and regulation, then he gets he takes our karma even during the initiation process. But it was completely, no fault, if no fault of his, but taking others' fault on his head. So Guru Maharaj is Kripalu, Akritadroha, Satyasara, Sama, and Nidosha. I'm just reminded of one very funny pastime. One of his assistants was sharing how they had some new recruit, some new devotee who hadn't, ever assisted Guru Maharaj, and somehow he had to travel with Guru Maharaj from one place to another on a train journey. So he was new, so he doesn't know where is what. And so after prasadam, dinner, Guru Maharaj asked him that, you have to give me some nuts. I want to take some nuts. So he somehow found out, got the nuts box, and then Guru Maharaj started eating the nuts. So while he was taking the nuts, Guru Maharaj was taking cashew. So he took one, then he took second one, then he took third one. And then while taking the fourth one, he was telling that new assistant, he said, do you know, doctor has told me not to take cashews. They said, but Guru Maharaj, then why are you taking cashews? He said, that's not my problem. You have to stop me. You're not stopping me. And saying he's putting another cashew inside. And then he said, okay, Guru Maharaj. Then he took, he's just training him. And then he took the box away from him. He was not able to figure out what he's supposed to do. So Guru Maharaj is like that. Vadanya. Oh, he's so magnanimous. One of his secretaries was sharing that how once they were traveling from Mayapur to Calcutta, and then there was a road accident, and usually in India nobody wants to put their head into a road accident because it gets pretty complicated. If you try to intervene or try to help, and you have to go and sign certain documents, and they'll put you in trouble. But Guru Maharaj, out of all his busy schedule, he stopped the car and he said, what's happening, and let me try to help. And then he made a phone call, I think it was for ambulance and police or whatever help required, and he made sure till the right help came, he was there, standing there, and he got it done. And his secretary was like, oh my God, out of all the busy schedule, the people waiting, here he was to help somebody. So that is his quality. The next quality is mridu. Mridu means mild. See, of course now he's on the wheelchair, but as a young school-going girl, I've seen him, in that, oh my God, with his, tall, hefty figure with this big stick, and the way, he walks like an elephant. And I was told how, just for the sake of devotees, because some goons were troubling devotees, he went to the police station and he was doing sakshat dandavat pranam to the police officer, that please don't give side of those goons, please help us, we are simple devotees, if you don't help us, who will help us? Now such a big guru, and there he is on the floor doing sakshat dandavat pranam to a police officer, and the police officer was thoroughly embarrassed. Swamiji, don't do this, please sit down, take a chair and sit down. So I mean, he may look like, hue, but inside it's like a soft, like a butter. And a little bit, if he sees other devotees are put into any kind of trouble, he just melts like a butter. He just cannot tolerate anybody suffering. Suchi, clean. Oh, he's so particular about suchi, muchi things. What has to be done, what should not be done, what should be touched with what, and what you should. I mean, it's like, even if you're eating also, how you're not supposed to touch your finger to your lips if you are eating inside the temple hall. Then you have to wash it. But if you're just, throwing it from, in the air and not touching, then it's okay. So he just knows the paka rules, which actually normal Indians also don't know, unless and until somebody, has done some Vedic course, and, but he, even though, born in a different country, in a different upbringing, he just knows the paka things, paka Indian traditional Vedic culture, what is supposed to be and what is not supposed to be done. And he has answers for all the questions. Akinchana is without material possessions. Spiritual people are like, they may be so-called, to our eyes, you look like they're having some things, but they have it in the hand, they don't have it in the heart. The only difference between us and them is they may be having everything that we may also have, but the only thing is we carry it in our heart. It's mine, but they use it for Krishna's service, and they're not attached to it. So today they have it, they're okay. Tomorrow they don't have it also, they're fine with it. But as long as it's there, utility is the principle. They just use it for Krishna's service, and they're ready to go to any kind. Like why I'm mentioning this point is, you can see him in the best of accommodations with all facilities, and you can also see him in Bangladesh, living in a place where they keep cattle, Goshala, sleep there and have some makeshift bathroom, or sometimes just go in open, and have to walk miles to just use the go for the nature's call. And both situation he is fine. He is okay with it. So sometimes he's in the best of the hotels or best of the place. Sometimes different situations, and sometimes he's in a very different kind of situation. But for him, the whole focus is not the facility, but what will facilitate him to get people connected to Krishna is his main focus. Sarva Upakara, he wants to somehow or the other help everybody. There are times when he spends hours to sort out people's problem whom he doesn't even know, just met them for the first time, and maybe he'll never meet them next time in his life. There's just some visitors in the temple, but he gives them all the time and all his energy, and sometimes performing certain rituals. Like I was told how once in Tokyo he performed a ritual of Srimanta. The pregnant ladies in the 7th month have to perform a certain ritual, and she didn't have anybody, and Guru Maharaj, by the way, just asked her that you are pregnant and have you performed that ritual, and she says, well, we don't have anybody here to do that. And he says, I'll do it right now. And then the devotees got the the cooking vessel where they do the cooking and they did the fire sacrifice inside that. They just got some twigs from the garden, did the fire sacrifice, and he did the Srimanta for that lady, and that lady has just walked in, and maybe he'll never meet her again in life, but he just wanted to be kind enough and do this ritual for her. So that's how Guru Maharaj is. Sarva Upakara, wants to help everybody. Shanta, so peaceful. Everybody may just go up and down, in situations sometimes, but no matter what the situations around him, inside he's completely peaceful. Sometimes he has to apparently show, some reaction just to make others right, but inside he's completely peaceful. When he sleeps, sometimes we see he sleeps like a baby. I'm just reminded of this one funny incident I'll share. Guru Maharaj had this new person in his, as his servant, and that day Guru Maharaj was taking rest. So this new servant, he doesn't know much, and Guru Maharaj's secretary asked him that go and wake up Guru Maharaj, because if he wakes up now and starts getting ready, then we have to go for this, to the airport. So otherwise we'll get delayed. So this new servant, he went and woke up Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj, better wake up now and get ready. So Guru Maharaj said, well, I'm okay, go and get my, green color towel. So he said, okay, Guru Maharaj, I'm getting it. So he went and he searched for the green towel. He never got it. And after 15-20 minutes of searching, he just again woke up. Guru Maharaj said, Guru Maharaj, I did not get that towel. You didn't look properly in all the suitcase. He again went back and said, how come I'm not able to find it? He again searched and again he went back. Guru Maharaj, I'm not able to get it. I said, did you look in the camera bag? Did you look here? And he was saying, wow, and Guru Maharaj is so much confident it's there. How come I'm not able to find it? He again went back and he was searching. But this time the other servant came and he was asking that, did you wake up, Guru Maharaj? He said, no, Guru Maharaj asked me to get the green towel. Afterwards he'll wake up. And then this servant, he just put a hand on his head and he said, there is no green towel. There is nothing called green towel. If Guru Maharaj said green towel means he wants to sleep for another 15 minutes. We are disturbing him, so he said, go and search for green towel. There is no green towel. Then this boy understood, I have been searching for green towel last 1 hour. And then they woke up Guru Maharaj, and this Guru Maharaj will be late to the airport. And then he said, because he's continuously preaching, and I remember, one class I was hearing, Mayapur, he was just sitting on the Vyasasana and he was singing Jai Radha Madhav and others are following and it's completely like this, almost like, and then very next moment when the class started, it was as if he's fresh and, started giving such an amazing class. So we can clearly understand he's not this body, completely we can see that distinction. He's talking about Krishna, all the energy. Otherwise, like with this heavy body and then, of course, even those days he had this high BP and so many other issues. But when talking about Krishna, he's not body anymore. He's completely in different platform. Krishna Eka Sharana. Yeah, with Krishna Eka Sharana, we see how this, what happened in Madrid and, so another 2-3 times also how somebody attacked him. And even in those situations, he was so peaceful, completely peaceful. Imagine somebody comes and cuts your throat and you'll be completely shivering. But there he is holding himself, his neck. Somebody has cut his throat and he's like holding like this and is very cool and peaceful, so he's trying to talk, trying to just sort what to do next and very clear thinking. So this is something really very special. In every situation he is Shanta and Krishna Eka Sharana. He has such faith on Krishna, and where does this confidence come from? When you know Krishna is your well-wisher, when you know Krishna is right there for you, when you know Mare Krishna Rakhe Ke, Rakhe Krishna Mare Ke, then that confidence comes. Akama, desireless. Yeah, desireless. So now somebody said, well, no, there are so many desires. Yeah, desireless means no material desire, but all desire for Krishna. Krishna arthe, what do you say, Akhila Cheshta. That's what Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu says. For Krishna, you can do an endeavor. When we do for ourselves, then that is atyahara prayasa, mundane. But when you're doing something for Krishna, you can, you can do that. So, yeah, he is desireless, but he has all the desires to serve his Guru and Guru Parampara. And that's why every small instruction, even a smallest instruction, like Prabhupada told him that if you give me a rose every day, I'll live longer. So he never forgot that and made sure he tried, whenever possible, try to give a rose to Srila Prabhupada. So, who can, every small instruction of Guru as, he takes it as heart and soul. Aniha, indifferent to material acquisitions. Yeah, indifferent. Sometimes he's on the Vyasasana and thousands of people are, that's what happened one time. Vyas Puja Day, so thousands of disciples, grand flower decoration, nice prasadam, all are glorifying, worshipping, this, that. And the next day he's in the, he missed the train or something and he had to go in general compartment from Mayapur to Calcutta and standing near the bathroom with the luggage and he and I think Bhadracharu Prabhu or somebody. Now that is Guru Maharaj and he's okay. He is okay. One day he's on the Vyasasana and the other day he's standing near the restroom in the low general compartment in the train also. He's fine. Anything for preaching. So that's Guru Maharaj, Aniha. And Sthira. Sthira means fixed up. Not that everything is anukul in my life. then I can be Krishna conscious. Something going wrong, then I can't continue with my bhajan. So even though he was in Madrid and hospitalized and all that, stitches and lying on the bed, and Nectar of Devotion cassettes are going on, Srila Prabhupada lectures. In that situation also, he told his servant, what's wrong with you? From yesterday you are putting the same side of the tape. Either change the tape or at least change the side. Those days, the tape record cassette, there'll be A side and B side. You have to change it. So at least change the cassette or change the side. Why are you hearing the same thing since yesterday? Frankly, that servant said, I was not even hearing. I just kept it because my mind is not working, the way Guru Maharaj is. But he is hearing. Very careful in that situation also, Prabhupada class. So that is a devotee. In every situation, he's Krishna's devotee. He's not part-time Krishna's devotee. Okay, when situation is nice, I'm devotee. Otherwise, no, he's full-time devotee. Vijita Sadguna, victorious over, lust, anger, greed, whatever the kama, krodha, moha, lobha, mada, matsarya, enviousness, pride. So one who is victorious over all those 6 anarthas. Mitta bhuka is one who eats only that much as required. I tell you, the Guru Maharaj's food, it looks very nice, but when you actually eat it, oh my God, there'll be no salt, no oil. It's completely tasteless, completely. And he eats, he is okay. Somehow he wants to maintain his body. Once, I was many years back, I think that was before the stroke or something, and I saw this whole big plate going in for Guru Maharaj. I think it was in Hyderabad. And then I was waiting for Mahaprasad. I thought, wow, super. This time we're going to enjoy Mahaprasad. And when the plate came out, and then everybody was given completely saltless. And I was thinking, it looks good, but doesn't taste good. I don't know how he eats it. It's completely tasteless. And that's how he eats. It's okay for him, because of course it was those days also he had high blood pressure. So he was taking saltless food. So Mitta Bhuka, we can completely clearly understand somehow to survive. He has to keep his body together. He eats, but is not that keen. Aparamata is not intoxicated. Intoxicated with what? It's not only intoxication with alcohol. We have intoxication with pride, false pride. And those who are Vaishnavas, they're not intoxicated with pride. So we can see that in so many instances. There was one of his assistant was sharing that how even a simple normal lady, woman, Guru Maharaj, asking all kinds of silly questions, but Guru Maharaj was all patience, and for her 1 or 2 lines, Guru Maharaj was answering in pages and pages and replying to her, and eventually that lady became a very nice devotee. So we get surprised, how somebody can be so simple and so much. So much accessible to everybody, right from youngster to old people to any gender to any caste, any community, any economic class, just about anybody. He's accessible, and he tries to give himself. And there's not even an iota of okay, I'm having 10,000 disciples, and look at the way this lady is writing to me. She was asking very little kind of an arrogance in her writing, but Guru Maharaj answered so patiently, and the secretary was copy to all this, CC to all those, and then he eventually saw over months how the whole conversation changed, and how she became very humble. So he was surprised seeing the change. Manada, respectful, how Guru Maharaj, one of his servants was sharing that after the other gurus, GBCs, they took prasadam, Guru Maharaj went around and he was taking their Mahaprasad from their plate, whatever the leftover was, and nobody knows this, and nobody is even seeing it. It's only Guru Maharaj and his secretary, and he very kindly shared it to the world. How can somebody be so humble? And so he was taking their Mahaprasad, whatever is left over. So Manada Amani. Amani means without false prestige. Though Guru Maharaj belongs to such a rich family and all, but in the 1968, where there was no money to be paid for the Montreal temple, he was actually working somewhere, sweeping and cleaning, and so that he can get some rent for the temple. So we see that his only identification is that I am a disciple of Abhay Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. That's the way he identifies himself, and I can do anything for my Guru's seva and my Guru's organization ISKCON. So that was his firm belief. Gambhira, grave, yeah, at times Guru Maharaj, he can be like, there was one time Mahavara Prabhu was sharing that how after 3 years he had gone to a temple and all the devotees, they just became so happy and they were not leaving him, and all are sitting inside the room, and now Guru Maharaj had come all tired and he needed some time because initiation ceremony was there. So instead of telling them that please go, I need some time, Guru Maharaj started shouting on Mahavara Prabhu. He didn't understand what is happening. He just came out removing the luggage from the car, and Guru Maharaj started getting angry on him and saying, how can you take so much time just to remove one suitcase, and how long will you take? Can't you understand? I have initiation ceremony, I have to still select the names, still breakfast I have not taken, so much work is there, and this is at the pace at which you work. Now he was like, what's happening, shouting on him. And when everybody saw Guru Maharaj in a bad mood, slowly everybody left the room. And after they all left the room, Guru Maharaj told Mahavara, don't mind, I cannot scold them because they met me after 3 years. When I scolded you, they all left. Now we have to start our work, So yeah, sometimes Gambhira also means being grave. Devotees are grave because they're always thinking about Krishna. They're not taking life easily. So grave does not mean to keep a bad face. Grave simply means as one is thoughtful. Because one is thoughtful, one is not taking life so easily. One is always thinking, okay, how should I connect people to Krishna? So that is the definition of being grave, and that we see in Guru Maharaj's life. Is always thinking something, At times we think maybe Guru Maharaj is simply sitting or sipping water, but every moment he's thinking, what can I do? What should be done? How to help everybody to become more Krishna conscious? Karuna. Yeah, Guru Maharaj having so much karuna. My favorite example for this is always that lady who wanted to remove Guru Maharaj's shoes. Guru Maharaj is on the wheelchair and he was just running to have darshan. He was visiting a temple and they were just about to close the altar. So the secretaries were running, rushing the wheelchair towards the temple hall so that he can have the darshan. And at that moment, immediately they have to take out his shoes. So one secretary on the right foot and the left foot, a lady grabbed it, and the servants were yelling, Mataji, you're not supposed to touch a sannyasi. And this lady is, thinking aloud. She said, oh, how I wish I was a man. I wish I become a man in my next life so that I can, I can touch him, I can remove his shoes. And Guru Maharaj said, stop, you remove it. Because Guru Maharaj was thinking that just for removing my shoes, don't ask for another birth. It's okay. You remove my shoes and become satisfied, but don't take birth again in this material world. Don't keep such goals and aspirations. Try to go back home, back to Godhead. Maitra, yes, Guru Maharaj is a friend. He has this quality, he's a friend. He's friend to everybody. There was this group of Matajis once sharing with me that how, they went for a program and everybody was out there with Guru Maharaj in the pandal, but they had to do the cooking seva. So they were every moment missing. We are not having Guru Maharaj association. We are not having his association. Everybody is enjoying. And Chaitya Guru, somehow Guru Maharaj knows it in his heart. And the next day morning, Guru Maharaj walks into the kitchen and says, this Mataji, so I want to help you all. And he spent some time with them in the kitchen and they were so satisfied. Okay, now we also got some time of Guru Maharaj because they had their seva and they couldn't go for the pandal program. So yeah, Guru Maharaj is a friend to all, and he knows who needs what the youngsters, what kind of topics and how to talk to them, and how to be their friend, and how to talk with the middle-aged people and how to behave with the old generation. So he just knows how to deal. He's Maitra, friendly to all. Kavi, yes, all the devotees, Vaishnavas, they are Kavi because they are so much filled with Krishna up to the brim that it just flows out. Kavi or poet or author, why these things happen when there's so much to say about Krishna, then it just naturally comes out. So yeah, we see Guru Maharaj has authored so many books and so many nice poems, and of course all our favorite is Yadi Prabhupada Na Hue To, we keep singing so many such Bengali, English poems Guru Maharaj has written. So yeah, Vaishnavas, they are Kavi. Daksha, expert. Yes, Guru Maharaj is so expert. Even though he was in coma also, In fact, I think, just few days after the stroke, when he came back in consciousness, and one of the devotee was reading Chaitanya Charitamritam. So Guru Maharaj is looking like this. That devotee is looking at Guru Maharaj. He's reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Guru Maharaj is hearing. And there was somebody there who is, paying obeisances to Guru Maharaj, and here he is blessing. I don't know how he saw what he did, but he's so. In fact, Sachinandan Maharaj was telling Guru Maharaj that when you were in coma, I came to meet you twice, and Guru Maharaj corrected him, not twice, you came to meet me thrice. 3 times you came. And he was surprised. He was the one who was in coma, but he knows he came 3 times, and he said, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I came 3 times. Mauni, as Prabhupada explains, Mauni means not silent. Mauni means a devotee does not speak anything but Krishna. It does not speak about anything but about Krishna. That's one of the qualities of Vaishnava, and that we see in Guru Maharaj. If his mouth is open, means he's talking something about Krishna. Either he's thinking of Krishna, or he's thinking for Krishna, or he's thinking of something that will help to think for Krishna and of Krishna. We saw, and nowadays all the more after his transplantation, almost all the time he's live and his YouTube and Facebook, and now he's got number of pages in different languages, and now his JPS app, regular messages and in different languages, and connecting to people on regular basis, and of course apart from his classes and visiting different homes, and wishing people birthday and marriage day, and giving Chaitanya Charitamritam class, and visiting temple ceremonies, and every single day having darshan in the temple. And then he posts comment, today I had darshan of this temple. And then visiting Goshalas. Recently we had a Goshala visit by Guru Maharaj all over South India. So he visited all of us, we had a group, and then he came to all of our Goshalas and asking about what we feed the cow, and we had to show him all the feed and what we are feeding and how many cows we have, and right from the deity department to major festivals on a regular basis. He's there, visiting all of us on all the festivals, and he's made himself so much available. Of course, he was already there in all of our hearts, but now with this Zoom and technology, he's also there in our drawing rooms, and he's also there in our puja room, and he's also there in our kitchen and everywhere. So these are the 26 qualities of Vaishnava that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talks about. But I haven't even touched the upper layer of those qualities, because I'm just very narrowly trying to give a meaning, whereas each and every quality is a class in itself. And for example, whether it is Sthira or Mitta Bhuka or Apramata, it can be explained in various ways. One word has so many different meanings, and then so many ways we can see how these qualities are reflected in all the Vaishnavas and Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj, and we can analyze how on our status, whatever situation that we are now, how we can also try to get that quality. So it's a huge topic. But our meditation should be that someday we should try to get this qualities. We should decorate ourselves with these qualities, because just like we decorate Guru Maharaj's picture with nice garland, and on his Vyasa Puja we decorate his Vyasasan, and we decorate our house, we decorate so many things to please Guru Maharaj, but he'll be more pleased if we decorate ourselves with these Vaishnava qualities. And then when he looks at us, he'll feel so happy. If we can clean our hearts and get all these nice Vaishnava qualities, then that will please him the most. So with this, I'll end it here. Thank you so much, dear devotees. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Krishna 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 lage, sab Krishna 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 lage, sab Krishna 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 lage, sab Krishna Krishna